let's talk about youth, sin, and being old. So there was a comment made by my daughter about a family member, and she said to me yesterday, "Mum, this person's talking about cutting their beard off." And I went, "Oh, right." Don't know how that, but anyway, whatever. And she says, "Yeah, they're sick of people complaining that they look old." And I went, and I thought about this, and it was out of my mouth before I could put it back in, and I was like, "It's because of sin, love." She looked at me and I was like, "You look old when you're full of sin." I said, "You know what they're at," and not being judgmental, but that's where sin leads you. I was trying to teach her a lesson. I was like, it will says it rots your bones and wastes your life away, and you look old. When I was in my sin, I looked old. I used to get told all the time, "You're really young looking, Emma, really young looking," especially when I told them I had so many kids. And when I moved away from God and I got into my sin, those comments stopped coming. People started telling me I look my age, and I was all confused, because for my whole life I've always been told you're very young looking. And I thought about this and I was like, yeah. And then whenever I come back to God, I started getting those comments again, "You're really young looking, you're really young looking." I'm a lot older than what I'll actually look. And I started thinking about this, and I was like, even when I was in my sin, I looked old. And there's some evidence around smiling generates muscles in your face that actually hold your face up, and then when you have a frown, it just drags your skin down, you know, on your face, so it make you look wrinkly and old. But I started thinking about this, and I was like, I've said that to my child. Where's the biblical backing for that? Where's the scripture for that? And I started looking at, God was bringing this verse back to me about him speaking once and speaking twice, and I was like, where is that? Where is that in the Bible? Where is that? So I started looking for it, and it's in Job 33, but I read on down, and I think it's verse 15. Let me double check. 25. And it says, "Let his flesh be restored and become fresher than in youth. Let him return to the days of his youthful strength.